How we doing, folks? Good morning.
Delicioso.
All right, I need 42 or 43 million more bubs to get the top prize in this stupid thing.
I bet way too much money on you.
I wasn't going to finish this event, and then I climbed a bunch of it incidentally over the weekend, so. Mostly with this deck from my best decks roundup. What's going on, Lemons? Thank you for the 23 months. Welcome back. Nathu, thank you for the 1.5 years. Reno, thank you for the 24 months. Zegda, thank you for the 18. Are we dead? I guess we're not guaranteed dead here. We have the debris. Oh. I'm very supposed to snap them there. We definitely snap them now, yeah? Grandmaster the Viper. Well, we could Grandmaster the Debris is the problem. I think I want to guaranteed pull something into the center here, is what I want to do. Really? That was truly some skill-based Marvel snapping. Biggest brain, best player always wins. I am brilliant. I know some of you wonder why you come here sometimes. It's for high stakes, high skilled gameplay like this one. Oh, got him. Twitch! Thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. That was like the calculus of coin flips, chat. Don't pretend like I wasn't doing something impressive. I was like Neo in the Matrix.
Wait, what happened? We won?
You can replace Grandmaster with Absorbing Man. We got all the things, yeah. This deck was absurd for me in the diner, by the way. It's in the best decks roundup from this morning. I went from like 30-ish million to 500 million very cleanly. I won almost every game I played with it. It's very good into the Wiccan decks that have been popular lately. I think Shag's an okay replacement for Cannonball. It's fine. Definitely the closest thing you're gonna get. Mighty Saka, thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. I'm just gonna set the vibe. People complaining and saying negative stuff about Snap, I'm just gonna be timing you out in chat moving forward. Thanks. I think it's very easy for communities to be very self-perpetuating and be extra negative on top of each other, so I'm gonna set the tone that even if you're sub-tier and you want to be negative, I want you to go somewhere else. So downer for everybody else. You should read the whole title, Nevich. I think Snap's metagame is actually in a very good spot. I think a lot of people who are being negative on it are just burned out, and that's okay. They can be burned out, but they don't need to be extra negative here while they are burned out. Thanos is actually probably a tough matchup for us. I guess it cuts two ways, because the reality stone is scary for our Limbo. So the 15 months, Doug Pie, I appreciate it. That's a lovely draw, though. We need to lock the Limbo location ASAP, so that way they can't rip us with Reality Stone later. I'm gonna stay for the stab on the off chance that they're doing it because they can run pull Limbo later, and we're locking them on it now. But if they Reality Stone us this turn, we'll probably be sad. Yeah, rip. We can Grandmaster the magic. That's adorable. I can Shadow King to clear them here too. They're gonna leave when I snap them back, aren't they? We're super de-duper done here. This is my big boy. There are many like him, but this one is mine. Ryko, thank you for the entire year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Get your sword to go with that shield. Oh, I can't beat Big Thanos. And they have Soul Stone, so I can't destroy him, but they're missing the last rock. Easy game. Thanks for the 23 month supporter, welcome back. Appreciate it. I'll take those Cubarutis, load them right out up there. With Hood Viper in my deck, this was a mission made for me, gamers. Just for me. Yeah, someone asked for a replacement on Grandmaster. Well, Absorbing Man is serviceable. He definitely, Grandmaster proper gives you some utility in spots like that last game that Absorbing Man would not, such as sending the magic over. Speaking of Grandmaster, you generally speaking want to play Kate Bishop in the center location with this deck, because you're generally speaking not going to want to copy her with Grandmaster. And you want to be able to have your left and right side locations clean to copy. Green Goblin? Green Goblin? Cannonball, yep. Let's try and fill up the left side here. See where we go. So they have one of a few different things here on the Mirage. Grabs our lowest cost card and gives it +2. They haven't snapped yet. I'll try and tap one of these into this. Maybe I'm actually, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to hit the monster island here. So that way, yeah, I think I messed this up. I think I'm actually supposed to hit the monster island. So that way, if the monster goes center, I could Shadow King their big Clintar down. I think is what I was supposed to do there. Do you think they're a Shang deck? Do this. Kind of like this. Oh, they're also a Magic deck. Well, that's great for us. I think we are definitely the better Magic deck than they are. Hey, William, thank you for the 24 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Okay, well, now we do this, yeah? Okay, this adds 2 to them in the center, and then they could add 2 more here. So they're getting 4 on Gorr. And then we win the game because I'm adding 10 in the middle.
Victory.
I would like to set the tone that people complaining they can't play my decks because of the contents of the cards they contain are going to be timed out for being negative. Thanks. I think it's Hawkeye this turn. Nev! Thank you for the 79 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. The problem with magicking the vortex here is if they play into the vortex, they'll get a 6 and I won't. You shared your thoughts on next season pass card yet? I have. Yeah, you can find my thoughts on next season's cards in this YouTube video here. Face down cannonball.
Opponent snapped.
I feel like I expect them to play at least something on the left. We could easily get a Goliath tier on the left and then need to retreat. I don't really have strong opinions on better deck type stuff. I really don't hammer individual deck lists remotely enough to develop opinions on minute details in between them. Even bounce, I mostly play bounce in a way that's me playing cards I enjoy as opposed to hammering the ones that have the best stats. Okay, so let's say they move Hood off of here. They go to 11, and then they go up to 21 with an Goliath. I'm at 12. This beats Goliath on the left, yeah? And that's even if they're playing Goliath inside of what's it called? Which naturally they are because this is Marvel Snap. But I think we're beating this, yeah? I guess this could be something crazy. Yeah, cool. Nice purple fart in your surfer deck. Get out of my game. It's always nice when toxicity is casseroled. Are they playing Goliath? Of course they're playing Goliath, chat. This is Marvel Snap! Speaking of things that are predictable, you could always predict that we'll take a brief pause for the cause from playing games here when we need to roll some adverts. I'll see you in 120 seconds. We're going to play some more of this Gorr clog deck when we return. Thanks everybody for hanging out on this Friday morning. Don't go anywhere. Hey, Robs. Thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. Bring the board in. Big cards, not really. I'll eventually win matches with the snap, I think. Did you say Goliath and Surfer? I did say Goliath and Surfer. Goliath is one of the most popular cards in Marvel Snap right now. It's very reasonable to expect to play against it in most things. Yeah, I like this Gorr variant. There's some good data mined ones as well. I like the one that looks like the MCU portrayal of the character. It's really well done. I don't know what a dire frog is. I assume that's some other game. I don't have any intentions to do non-sponsored streams for games other than Marvel Snap or Pocket in the short term. It's incredibly difficult as a content creator to maintain numbers while doing a variety of things, and be doing my best to keep my job essentially while doing two things as is. I will not be branching out anymore. Hey, BK Sting, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Glad you're having fun with it, Lark. I've been truly enjoying both Pocket and Step. It's nice to have two games that are worth playing. I can't decide if this is good for us or bad for us. See how it plays out. Definitely not doing that. Do I want to put this in Nidavellir, or do I want to put it here in case I draw a Viper? I think it's Nidavellir. That's a nice one. Take this shot. This is the final coup d'etat, or whatever you want to call it. The final, we're gonna clean you out here. Have some points temporarily. Titania is so disgusting in these decks. So powerful. Yes, their copy of Cosmo means they are thoroughly locked here. Hey, Gag, thanks for the biddies. Appreciate it.
Victory.
Haven't had any great Gorr games with this deck yet this morning. I had some games where he was super relevant when I was climbing the diner over the weekend with him, but I actually don't think he would even make the top 2 or 3 list of cards that are important for this deck. I actually think I'd say Cannonball's probably the more important of the two. Again, you want to err on the side of playing Kate Bishop in the center, so that way you have more utility on what you're copying left and right with Grandmaster.
This just in.
They have. Oh, this is not the. I was gonna say they have. I almost said they have a copy of Cannonball, but that's not Daily Bungle. Morning, Marty. Thanks for the 20 months, Stuberger. This is the 1 in 3 on the Mantis. Feels Batman. Revy, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. It's very generous of you. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Starting here. Yeah, our Theanos Erishim. I suppose. Well, I mean, sure, why not? Oh, Marvel Snap to the silly place.
Victory.
So we are winning all 3 here technically, right? We're gonna kill their Cannonball, putting them to 4, and then we're going up to 5 on our Cannonball going here. So long, bud. I guess we'll move cards eventually. I like to move it on occasion. I was really impressed with how good this deck feels in my time climbing the Niner over the weekend. My win rate was really, really high with it. It's one of those things where White Widow got nerfed and people like stopped playing the deck because White Widow got nerfed, despite it probably still being fine. Like, obviously we're not playing White Widow anymore. You need to adapt the deck after the card got a pretty big change to it. But like, it's not like Gorr is make or breaking what this deck is doing. Magic in the center here, so we have flexibility to Grandmaster. I climbed really well with the Gorr Good Stuff deck you've been playing earlier this week. Yeah, I think that build's solid too. There's so many things that are reasonable in this format. Something that I think is especially noteworthy is the fact that none of the top performing decks in Marvel Snap right now are simultaneously the most popular decks, which I think in general is a very good sign of the format being decent. Oh, hey, weird, look at this bug. It says 5 out of 7 still, despite Limbo being gone. The game's ending this turn, yeah? Question mark? One can only hope, yeah. Cool. Oh, we've got... Slide that over. Yeah, it definitely said 6 out of 7. Generally speaking, that counter is not super relevant. So I had it over there. We can move Domino Dreams to the left there a little bit. Shout out to them being our mobile game stream sponsor. An easy way to support what I'm doing. You can check out Domino Dreams on Android and iOS. Free subscription to the channel, promo running with that too. Check out a sweet game with some of your time. Pick up a gift sub to Hoaglandias, thank you. These Wicked decks have been super popular. This deck's got a solid matchup into them as well. I shared a screenshot in the Discord over the weekend. I had a... what's it called? I had a Wicked player snap me back on Carmartage, and they Wicked the Carmartage on 4, and then on turn 5 they had no more board space, so it was just like, yep. They play their next card here. Unlucky. Chapters are the thing in the Domino promo. Let me update my extra command to reflect that. Marcel plays. Thank you for the primer. Appreciate it. Having to play Titania Chicken over here is not ideal. Oh, would Hood Viper have done it on the left? I think you're right. I guess I could do the same thing with Acid Arrow this turn though too, yeah? And then Acid Arrow here means we lock them on the left. Okay, so the left is guaranteed now, essentially. You just have to play even a single card there to win that on the last turn. That's an interesting thought. Should we save the demon? And, well, I'm going to have to play my last card there on the last turn anyways, right? This adds 17 to the middle up to 19, so I'm winning this even if they Luke Cage here.
Victory.
I'm gonna regret unleashing this one on the world, aren't I? You know, we've had so many good Gorr deck highlights that I'm probably not even gonna get around to posting a Gorr negative highlight. The stats on Gorr negative are kind of mediocre anyways. So maybe we'll just stick to posting actual interesting off-meta things. Yeah, Destroy stats have been real mid. Its popularity is low, and its performance is not great. Playing ladder. Yeah, I'm not a fan of playing Conquest against Aeroshim, so we've been playing ladder full time. This Viper's only okay just because of New York. I guess I can't draw magic next turn, right? Oh, they just let us nocturne the New York. Thanks, opponent. Appreciate you. Everything worked out much better than expected. You're snapping me? I was just about to talk about how I didn't want to snap them because I didn't want to chase them out, so I'll snap back here and they can eat my lunch money if they've got something really good, I suppose. Oh, they're a Killmonger deck. Got it. Lunch money acquired. Woo, doggy. Are we dead? Feeling pretty dead. Are we dead? Does Gorr win here? How are they beating me in the middle? I guess if they move everything, Bill, I'm gonna spew. That's, it's a pretty frustrating loss. Unfortunate. Silver Surfer is really good. It, was on the best decks roundup for a reason. Get to play Killmonger without playing Destroy, which is poorly positioned. Yep, Juggernaut is a very good turn 6 play. The clog deck definitely has a pretty polarized matchup table. It is very close to 0% against people playing Killmonger. I mean, Juggernaut was the final flourish there, but it really wasn't remotely the reason they won the game. Stand up for a little bit. Pixie Bass, probably the Gorr build that's been going around. Am I supposed to do this? Because they're kind of restricted on what they can play here anyways, right? So there's value in filling up these two. Any decent decks for the King? I don't think King is in any good decks, no. Well, since they gave us a Limbo, I'm gonna go ahead and Dr. Octopus here. I think our deck's definitely a good example of one the opponent does not want to be a Limbo deck against, but they couldn't know that we were Clog when they played the Magic on Curve. They hadn't seen a lot from us yet. Morning, David. Shadow King, look at his lips in the center here.
All systems go.
Titania is probably the best draw in my deck, unironically. And I've got 7 to their 1, so my Gorr is guaranteed to be bigger, or my lane's guaranteed to be bigger than theirs, Gorr to Gorr. You can sub Cannonball for Shang-Chi, and you can sub Grandmaster for Absorbing Man. A little bit of utility, but they're pretty serviceable stand-ins. All right, gamers, I'm gonna go ahead and roll a quick Twitch advert before we do one more set with this deck. Remember, if you want to dodge ads on this channel for the next month or 3, check out our sponsor, Domino Dreams. We'll be playing some of at the very end of the stream today, for a way to snag a free gift sub to the channel while checking out a sweet new game. Let's try it out, don't go anywhere. We're gonna do one more set with this Gorr Clog deck, and then we'll play something else, I think. This deck was just joining us. This deck was responsible for taking me from 30 million bubs up to 500 million bubs over the weekend while playing idly. I agree. Gorr seems like a really fantastic card design. I think the people talking about it being kind of busted were overselling it. I didn't actually check the stats yet this morning. It was just looking okay over the weekend. Yeah, okay to a little bad, depending on how you slice it. There are a bunch of people calling this card cracked, and Tuesday a bunch of people were asking if I thought it needed to be nerfed. I definitely don't think that's the case. We get above 50% when we slice higher. Generally speaking, not always, but generally, when you see a card see a decrease in average cubes between the 50% and the top 10% slices, that usually means it's not very good. Obviously, some exceptions on 100% of the time, but usually in terms of raw power level, if a card is losing metrics between the 50% and the 10% slice, that means it tends to be a little bit less competitive in my anecdotal experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Gorr is super playable. And as we often chuckle about on stream, there's a lot of people who think there's only two type of Marvel Snap card releases, unplayable ones and ones that need to be nerfed. Gorr feels genuinely like kind of the perfect power level card release. It slots very nicely into decks that felt like they needed a little bit of help, and doesn't just go in existing best decks to make them even stronger. It's got some null style vibes in terms of a 6 energy card that's a stat line that you build your deck around to get a payoff from. Let's try and get out of Zintoth. Good morning, good morning. Opponent likes to move it, move it. I play Infinite Conquest this season. Nope. Gap, thank you for the 71 months. Appreciate it. Bifrost. All right, we're gonna get rid of that one for sure.
Opponent snapped.
Abstain. I did not play against a ton of Aeroship in my Diner Climb over the weekend either. Again, I can't emphasize enough that all of the stats say Aeroship isn't actually that good in terms of power level. It's just popular because it's novel and people like playing it. Combinations of Aeroship were the most popular deck on the Untapped tracker no matter how you slice it by a good margin. But their performance metrics aren't bad, but they're also not good. They're just like only okay. We will probably play some promo Jigglypuff today at some point. May or may not do a pocket tournament this afternoon. There's one starting at 1 o'clock. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I'm not really expecting the promo Jigglypuff to be a meaningful new card to the game. For pocket stuff. If I can lock them here... If I can lock them here, Gorr should win the center real clean. It's so hard to not feel like I got cheated here in a spot like this. That's why all the sweaty streamers play with their screens covered. If I'd have played the Dr. Octopus, we'd have buried him, huh? We would have been 18 over there and they'd have been just dead. Assuredly, they don't have room for Eliath, right? Could be Cosmo, yep.
Hello! Can you understand me?
Man, speaking of feeling cheated, holy. Good God, man. On to the next one. Opponent both rolled the ideal Nico mode and hit Infinite and knew exactly what we were going to do here while losing to the other option that we had. Fortunate series there. If I play the Doc Ock left, we win. If they don't roll Nico mode, relocation mode, roll, we win. They don't roll Infinite, we win, right? Like, literally any other 6-drop isn't big. They could have had, I guess they could have had, like, their own Gorr. They needed Infinite of their own Gorr on the left side, though. And that's the tough part about Marvel Step. You know, I think we're up in terms of game 1 overall, but in terms of, yeah, this is, we're 8-2 in games played with this deck, but because we've hit incredibly unfortunate series of beats in the games that really mattered, we're actually only +4 cubes over 10 games. Because all of the high stakes games, we lost stats in. I think the people asking if Gorr are too strong are some of the silliest people in Marvel Snap. I'm so freaking tired of people thinking anytime a card's remotely playable, it's too strong. Anywhere you see people telling you Gorr is too strong, you should delete those people or places from your Marvel Snap content consumption. They either know what they're doing and they're trying to clickbait / rage bait you, or they're bad at evaluating cards and you still shouldn't be listening to them. Either way, the outcome's not particularly good.
Opponent snapped.
You can get my thoughts on which Series 4 and 5 cards are worth tokens of a recently updated Series 4 or 5 tier list here. My Titania gets to cleverly take their, what's it called, bonuses here, which is fun. This... Ooh, okay, so wait, I was gonna say this fills the left on them, but doing that to fill the left means that, I wouldn't be able to pull Titania back in the center. Okay, so the plan here is 1, snap them back and see if they leave. 2, I would like to debris into Doc Ock on the left and fill that up. And then the last turn we can cannonball here plus pull the Titania back in the center. No, they're Thanos without Airship. You can always tell if my opponent's Airship or not by looking at whether or not it says extra energy is listed here on the right side of the screen under the tracker. Armor block cannonball if the other lanes are full. It does, yes. Extra energy where? The deck tracker lists when your opponent has extra energy. So that's a third-party feature if you're not playing, so not that. Once the round starts, you'll see that extra energy style pop up there. You can look at the deck size too, that's true. But some of the decks, if you're trying to distinguish between Thanos and Airship, some of the Thanos decks also have a larger deck size. Something to be aware of. Daredevil's actually one of the best cards in the game against Clog because it lets you know cleanly what your opponent is doing. They snap us, we probably have to leave. I will say that's the biggest downside to playing ladder, is that there are way more I'm gonna run the entire rope down and snap you because some sweaty content creator told me it was optimal to do so. Happens a lot less frequently in Conquest. We'll let that ride for now.
Opponent snapped.
Does this work how I want? No, not really. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna snap them back, I think. priority there. Actually a loser for us. Unlucky. It's really funny when the person who we thought we lost to earlier was stream sniping us, and then they come in here and let us know that they were stream sniping us while saying slurs and other terrible things in chat. I also think one of my favorite people are disconnected from reality things that I regularly heard said about me is people will say things like, every community Jeff's ever been in hates him, when I've been objectively one of the most successful creators in every community I've been a part of. Oh, I guess I could have gambled on the Grandmaster. I'm gonna be honest, the person in chat just took 4 more cubes from us. Because I was reading their message and musing on it. Definitely could and should have hobgoblined there. But it's like, how do you like rationalize in your mind the person who makes some of the most money and has some of the most successful content in terms of metrics objectively is hated by the community? It's so puzzling to me. Based on the language they use, I assume they're an alt-right person as well, is very typical in right-leaning spaces. So I would wager the everyone hates Jeff is largely politically charged there, and part of the reason that they're upset is because of politics. Generally speaking, non-right-wing people don't use language like they use. Generally speaking, you don't end up being right-leaning by understanding basic things like reality or having critical thinking skills. Yes, yeah, it's very similar to the way Trump, everyone is saying, etc., that kind of stuff, for sure. These locations kind of suck for me. I guess I could do this turn. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe I do this, and then I have Viper Hood next turn. All right, I want my basic arrow to go left so I can Shadow King the Cassandra in the middle. Perfect. Do I snap the back on that roll? I think I might.
Oh, snap.
I think I want to do this center so I can play for all 3 on the last turn. I mean, I was really hoping to draw Titania, So I could go Doc Ock, Demon Titania. I don't think I can realistically stay here as is. Yeah, it's very possible I should have goblin left or right here. If I would have goblined on the left or the right, I could have easily cleaned up a second with Gorr. Although we probably would have just gotten Eliath, so I'm not sure that it mattered. Definitely gotta go here.
Escaped.
We'd have priority if we hobgoblin left, but then we would have died to a Shang-Chi, which they're also playing. Again, having priority or not really isn't a thing that matters in those spots, Derek. It's just which cards you say that you die to at the end. You're gonna die to one of them 100% of the time. Most of the Eliath decks are also Shang-Chi decks. So they can put you in that catch-22.
Oh, snap. Victory.
Hey, I'm a Zabba Man. Thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Make it worth buying with tokens. You should check out my recently updated Series 4-5 tier list, where I talk about Wiccan and all of the other Series 4 or 5 cards I think are worth checking out. Why? I think we'll magic the Great Web here. And probably Hood Viper the setter next turn. Slowly fill up their Fenris Wolf, and then we'll Debris plus Demon on Krakoa the following turn. Is Fenris plus magic always mill? Yes. Almost always. I won the priority flip here, which means I get to debris them before Fenris Wolf triggers, which is lovely. Unlucky. Probably dead. I guess if I do this, I don't have priority, which gives me a chance to do something with Titania next turn. Oh yeah, and they're always just playing the Hulk on the left. So, you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, they have plus 19 on something. But, like, this is a lot of stats, yeah? I'll live for one. Oh! They cabled my Gorr! Wow! They won the game because this was cable. Without the cable, the gladiator gets Gorr and we win. Rats. Ash, I don't want to try and tie to specific people. I don't know which exact person they were. Rufio, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. An emote, and then a full rope on the first turn of the game. One of my #1 feature requests for Marvel Snap is that the first turn timer should probably be about half of what it is. It's way too long. Thanks for the 21 months, man. Good morning, good morning. Our deck is definitely much worse when the opponent knows where we're going to try and clog them, as we've seen a couple of times today. Well, Cannonball gets to blow something up. Find out here if they were emoting because they were tuning into the stream or not with this play.
Victory.
Winner most of the time. Shadow King to clean that one up at least. Notable that Gorr doesn't work with Shuri's Lab. It doesn't double ongoing bonuses. Probably magicking the Mr. Negative deck is not a good idea, but if we're gonna clog their board up, it's probably fine. I'm not sure I've ever played a card game where we have enough deck slots. I feel like I would use 50 deck slots in Pocket and Marvel Snap.
Wind, aid my hand.
So, if we can lock them in the lab, Cannonball and/or Gorr should clean up Limbo handily.
Opponent snapped.
You think Psylocke Storm means they have Legion? Yeah, I can see that. This beats Legion Center, yeah? They would be at 14, 8. Oh, dead to Twitch chat every time. Dead to Twitch chat every time.
Escaped.
I don't know that we win that game if I take the other line. Like, there's a good chance we just get Shang-Chi to die, but we're dead every time when we take the line to play around Legion. Magic Clintar lets them condense their board size, which we don't want. Crimson Cosmos isn't terrible for us. We can drop a Gorr there in theory. Perhaps have a good time. Think Black Bolt makes Shang-Chi a little bit less likely. Does this ever win the game?
Victory.
Oh yeah, that's true. If I'm punting the right, the hood is +2 for Gorr is a good call. That does win the game, lovely. Are you a fan of Marvel movies or comics? I watch all the MCU stuff. I was never a comic book reader personally. Deck felt really solid. Unsurprisingly, my results with it were much better off stream when you never have anybody knowing exactly what your plays are going to be. This is definitely a deck where when your opponent has perfect information, they're going to get to block you exactly. I climbed from about 30 million bubs to over 500 million bubs with this, just playing pretty casually over the weekend. I think it's actually pretty good in Deadpool's Diner in general because it creates pretty deterministic board states by turn 5 when the stakes have already raised twice. So you get a lot of equity out of that, even without the final double up in that game mode. As far as higher series cards go, I actually don't think most of them are that important for this deck. In fact, I think Kate Bishop's probably the most valuable of them just because she provides you with a cheap extra clutter thing with her acid arrow 50% of the time. Cannonball, you could play Shang-Chi over Grandmaster, you could play Absorbing Man, and Gorr could be Red Hulk or Magneto, just another big 6-drop. And if I was going to say, okay, Jeff, what's the second most important higher series card after Kate? It's probably Cannonball. He wins a lot of games Shang-Chi wouldn't be able to, I think. But there's actually some spots where Absorbing Man's better than Grandmaster, if we're being honest. Curving Debris into Absorbing Man has a little bit more utility in spots. Alright, we're gonna take a brief pause for the cause and run some adverts. If you want to dodge those for the next month or more, consider checking out our sponsored game, Domino Dreams, with the link in chat. We'll see you in 120 seconds. We're going to play something else when we return. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Should we break out the spice rack? I think we should break out the spice rack. Flame Stirs, thank you for the 1.5 years. Welcome back. Yeah, Revis has played negative Thanos in the past. It's kind of mid. Was mid, that is probably still mid now. I was really pretty whelmed by Gorr inside of Thanos in general. Felt kind of clunky and awkward. Vito, thanks for checking out the sponsor. Appreciate it. Hey. Like, if you're someone that wants to snap optimally, you probably snap on an opener like this in this deck. The squirrels are kind of bad for Thanos in general, too. Past our hand being good, another reason to consider snapping. Well, that sounds lovely. Just get to get Mr. Havoc charged up, and we have energy anyways because of the White Hot Room. Alright, so we only have 6 energy for the rest of the game, but that's a-okay. Marvel Boy 2, huh? Hulk, thank you for the 43 months. Welcome back. Two, 3, 5, 6. This will be up to 7. Yeah, we should be winning the left, yeah? I think? Question mark? I guess there's a chance they're a blue Marvel deck, but if they're playing blue Marvel, we should probably be winning the right, huh? Voice break here, we're good to go. Casual 16 power Havoc, no big deal.
Victory.
So they had said that the split compensation was going to be happening before the end of the month, but I'm assuming that's getting punted to early December since it hasn't happened yet, and I would wager their people are largely out of the office right now. Seafood, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Bill, thanks for checking out our promo games all the time. Enjoy your gift sub as a thank you for that. I bet this matchup is bad for us. Their deck, probably goes bigger than us a little consistently. You got your split compensation yesterday. Interesting. So it's not going out to everyone at the same time then? I'll double check my mailbox. I thought I looked over the weekend and didn't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. What split compensation? Split rates were bugged for a couple of weeks. That's why we have increased split rates now as a sorry for that. And then they're giving people credits based on how many splits you did while the split rates were bugged, so you could split more cards to offset splits you missed on getting, potentially. I'll check mine and see. So it said they're a high level whale. They saw it. I haven't seen anything yet personally. Ah, the Cosmo Shell game. Four, 5, 3, 10. I think they probably try to protect Vulture from a tech card. Is what I expect them to do with the Cosmo. And obviously they're snapping into playing the shell game because that's how they are. And they're rank 24. I think because they're rank 24, I'm gonna hide my screen. So they don't know what we're doing. And I locked in my plays and they haven't locked in their plays yet. What's a shell game? A shell game is the Cosmo can be shuffled to all of the lanes. Games like that one, like, it's really interesting to me how the betting patterns of people work in games where the stakes don't matter. Like, betting in a spot like that is like raising, what's a good poker equivalent? It's like raising while you're on a flush draw while both players are, you're going all in before you know if you hit your flush draw or not while everything's shuffling around. Betting into the giant flip is truly strange. When I ask that we don't do thinly veiled racism in my chat, or maybe not so thinly veiled. Either way, not cool, whole lot. Dodge a Brood, we can dodge a ball. It's hard to play versus a good move play. I mean, I don't think anything the plays my opponent made had to do with them being good or bad. I think they just like betting while gambling, which is their prerogative. It's just not a type of betting behavior you'd typically see if people really cared about the stakes or the things that they were betting with. More of someone in chat put it right. We're playing friendly poker with pretzels is a good way to put it. It's a pull all these friends into the center and a two ball start eating their stuff. My inbox hasn't seen split compensation yet either. I'm a pretty big sea creature. I don't know that I expect to get the top one, but probably second from the top at least. I don't remember the exact dates of the splits were broken, but it was when we were chasing gold on stuff. I hate my bet. Can I have more? Yep. Turn 1 US agent, thank you for asking. Bifrost for the Madam Web deck. Probably not great for our hero. Madam Web Nova. Are they playing Madam Web as a utility card, not a move deck? I guess they could be move splashing Cassandra for the sake of, whew, that's a piece of candy. For the sake of, just utility. Speaking of, we could get Cosmoed here. If they're playing Web for utility. Interesting collection of cards to the opponent. Oh yeah, probably doing something similar to us is a good shout. Actually, I should put the 4-power one here because it makes the Sage bigger, right? Would I rather have Theta get +3 or would I rather have Kitty get +1? I'd probably rather have Theta get +3, yeah. I think Madam Web is underplayed for her utility alone. I don't know that I agree with that. I think she's pretty appropriately played. Yeah, definitely a pseudo mirror here. I don't know that we can win this, yeah? Because I get to pull the Sable out of the right, and then they win that with Sage. And then I don't know that I can win the left and the center. Does this ever win the game? This gives me plus 8, 9, 10 in the center up to 21. And they're going to 18. And just a flip on where they play for you. Goodness, did we? Yeah, we win, right? That's funny.
Victory.
I'm shocked they didn't take the deterministic win on the right. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like they're supposed to take the deterministic win on the right. I think I'm putting Demon down, and then we're Marvel Boying on 3. That's funny that it showed the animation twice on him. Almost everything I can draw benefits from an Agent Venom hit. And then next turn we could go Kitty Pride, US Agent, plus whatever we draw. It keeps the US Agent a surprise for the right side as well.
Opponent snapped.
Well, Sage was definitely our best possible draw. Havoc being second best. Yeah, this seems pretty likely to win, yeah. Dodge a Shadow King, we can dodge a ball. Oh, they are a Killmonger deck. Rip. Our deck is basically 0% against Killmonger. Tech cards, baby, tech cards, yeah. Yes, I'll bass, question mark. It's +2, -2. Man, I have never been so punished for a turn 1 bast in my life. Holy crap. Not room is probably snappable here. Oh my goodness, they gave it to me a turn early. Thanks, opponent. They are likely a Shadow King deck. Is noteworthy here. Could definitely be a Shang-Chi deck as well. Shows they have Killmonger on top of all the other tech cards. Alright, I'm gonna take this deck and throw it out. So, not particularly good into people interacting with you, which there is a whole heck of a lot of, to say the least. About time for an ad break anyways. See you in 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. This is your reminder that I'm going to be fragging people who are complaining in chat. I'd like to set the vibe that we're not going to be doing that anymore. Please and thank you. Some surfer stuff next is my plan. Pedal for another 45 seconds. Maybe we'll do one more set pedaling. I've been on the bike for about 45 minutes this morning, trying to do an hour. Yeah, the last PvE Pokemon event for promo packs had an energy mechanic. So you can't just sit there and have your device running 24/7 farming it. That's good. That's good design. It would be really tedious if the optimal thing to do would be to have your phone constantly auto-battling. Jazz Goals, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Oh, that's it for us. Guess we'll go ahead and hit the Renslayer here. Shame we won't be able to put Sarah out on 5 though. Unfortunate 50-50 to lose there. If the opponent would have won the 2-2, they wouldn't have had the Mystique copy anything. Ideally, all of these go on to these two again here. We'll have a lovely turn 6 with them. Oh, okay, worse. What do you think? Hey, this one's the game some of the time. Cosmo's excellent. I agree. I think this might honestly be best in slot Cosmo. Almost said we played the Cosmo in the wrong spot, but
Victory.
we were good. Good doggo. Shouldn't we have ordered the other way? We have priority, so it doesn't matter. We kick their cards while face down, and then the Cosmo is up before they flip up. Not a Sarah game, gamers. You're supposed to 50-50 a Red Guardian to try and tag the Mobius on 3. Yeah, maybe. It's a good take. We're very dead here. We're just gonna leave. I'm not sure that having Sarah would have changed anything, but I think you're right that our path to victory probably involves that. I don't think our deck just ever keeps up with Wicked on curve though, especially not with Shuri's Lab. Their deck is much better at leveraging that location than we are. All right. 3 out of 4 cards we're pretty happy with coming into Sakar here. Nice. Remember when Okoye cost 1 energy, gamers? Pepperidge Farm remembers. She was a lovely, lovely lass. I think it's Nova into Gwenpool is my plan. Reforge! You shouldn't have opponent. Do you think the modern bounce decks would play 1-1 Okoye? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Potentially really good Gwenpool here. Let's see where we land. Honestly, with Gwenpool into Absorbing Man Gwenpool with a little bit of decent variance here, we could have a game that we win solidly without needing Surfer. I think the way our draw is set up, we can actually kind of keep up with the 7-turn game. Well, I mean, all things considered, that could have gone worse. I think I'm spreading out like this because I want to try and play for priority here so I can juggernaut them and keep their tech cards away on the last turn, ideally. Man, freaking Great Portal giving them a Black Cat is such a drag. Now, I think I'm supposed to spread out left and right here, because they're getting +10 or +9 from the Fenris Wolf in the middle. I think if they want to Shang there too, that's fine. I think they want to Shadow King the right, so I'm going to Juggernaut there. Although... Oh, yeah, that's right. Barely been cool.
Victory.
Oh, Shadow King's on the board. Good call. I think this is still right in case they play something big here, yeah? Pan out and play for all three really cleanly. They're Black Bolt helping us complete our mission. What a guy. Ooh, them playing into Feast is so good for us. Getting a 3-drop ahead of curve. Oh, I'm dumb. On curve. I guess I get to do this ahead of curve now, right? This might be snappable at the Brood, honestly. That's so unlucky. I guess glass half full, we're winning the right. Going on, toddler girl?
I just wanted to see you.
You wanted to see me? Oh!
And are you not gonna pedal?
Well, I can't pedal with you on my lap.
Can you put this down later?
I can put my desk down later, yep.
But
But I'm gonna pedal some more when you leave, so I'm gonna leave it up for now. Okay.
Daddy,
Haley.
I see some of my letters on your computer. A, Y, E, and A.
You see some of your letters?
And L.
Yep.
A.
Is our Fenris Wolf getting back? It's getting back a Red Guardian.
C. C. I said C.
This is 10-18 on the left. They have stature plus something else. We're probably dead.
Daddy, I just walked down here and played with some toys from the closet.
Yeah, you could play with toys down here. So we would have won if I would have put Shaw on the left, I think. Although I guess there's a chance we just get Goliath either way.
Yeah.
Sure, Cassandra has +4, they're getting Cassandra. It doesn't matter, chat.
Hey, you bottles out?
We did clear all the bottles out. I believe we're dead. We'll limp for one.
Spider-Man cards. Please, Spider-Man cards.
Yeah, I messed up when I put the Shaw in the center.
Spider-Man.
If we'd have put Shaw on the left, we win pretty handily here. I love you, toddler girl, but if you're gonna be in here, you can't be giving commentary, okay?
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat. All right, thank you. That's good.
Hi.
Oh, hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Hi, chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that will I leave out your office?
You'll say bye, chat, when you leave? Okay.
Yeah. Bye, chat.
Okay. All right, Haley girl, go play with your toys in the basement. Be good to brothers.
Daddy, when you come up, can you bring me some cookies?
Mommy's upstairs and she'll bring you something to eat right now. Dad's gonna be working for a little while, okay? Love you, toddler girl. We're not stellar into Black Vortex, so we draw exactly one of our 2/2s here. Nailed it. Easy game. What's going on, Johnny? Thank you for that very generous tier 3 and for the 10 months. Had an alright day yesterday. Bit of a low roll on the Black Vortex, but it wasn't a critical failure at least, so we've got that going for us. I think this is Shaw into Brood into Absorbing Man on 5 with the Dream Dimension. Lot of Limbo decks today. I think the Sarah draw means I'm vibing on this. See how badly we get diffed in the Vortex.
Behold my mighty hand. Opponent snapped.
Can I snap them back here? Probably not. I think we can stay. Snap back's probably not reasonable.
Behold
Is this crazy? Call me, baby. Surfer doesn't activate me. That's great, chat. Thank you for telling me something I know. Appreciate you.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
So I would have very likely won if I would have flipped the Juggernaut and the Absorbing Man here then. If I would have put the Juggernaut over here. This deck's not sparking joy for me. I could play something else. Definitely not ever double Juggernaut. You're just gonna kick things back and forth and end up with not winning lanes. I haven't played this yet. Let's give it a try. I think saying that we are in a Mr. Negative metagame after seeing me play against Mr. Negative is a really annoying thing that Twitch chat likes to do. I don't know. Mr. Negative's probably more popular than he's been in a very long time, and he's still got a 3% popularity at the top where I'm at. No matter how you slice it, it's not very popular. Yeah, the plural of anecdote is not data. So the 75 months, Sia, welcome back. How popular is Magic? I mean, to set a low bar, Magic is more popular then. Magic is more popular than Mr. Negative, because Mr. Negative's not very good, and Magic's like an alright card. Magic's at just under 10%, depending on how you slice it. 8 to 10%. Yes, my anecdote is that there's been way more mill decks than negative decks. This person looks to be playing clog. What if I do nothing? Is that an okay option? Losing 50-50 is like it's my job. This is +4 on their Gorr. So they're basically, if I put these here, they're +7 on me. Sorry, they're +4 on me. So this is 9 points of power to their 7 points of power. So they have to put 3 here while putting 11 here. Which, honestly, they might not be able to do. Thanks, Cassius. Yeah, we'll be, or maybe kick it over to Bucket here in a little bit. Play a little bit more step. Yank. 18 months. Sorry, my blank stare off to the side there was me deleting all the comments of people complaining they can't build decks in my best decks roundup and posting a pinned comment, letting people know I'm gonna ban them moving forward on the YouTube side if they do that. I'm so over just listening to people endlessly complain. It's so grating. Just like trying to do my job. I don't want to listen to people complain constantly.
Victory.
For the 19 months, Anonymous. Appreciate the 18 months, Dagzilla. Welcome back. I just made a generic comment telling them they should make their complaints to Second Dinner, not to me in my random snap video comment section. Sure? Sure. Spider-Man 2099. Alrighty, I'm listening. Iron Man and Cassandra that don't mind turning to 0 here. Yep.
Opponent snapped. Escaped. Victory.
If I want this locked on the boards, I think I'm gonna play the Luke's bar here. I got a lot of good hits for this anti-venom in my deck. I'm gonna take a second round. Magic and Suitor is interesting. Oh, that's fun. I accept. Maybe I was supposed to play the anti-venom in the center again with Iron Man and Gorr both still in my deck. Is it ever this, actually? 'Cause if I limbo the center, I think that's fine for me, too. Neither of the text boxes on these mattered. How big do I expect them to make the suitor? The suitor could get to +6 here, realistically. Getting them up to 30. This is gonna be 20 at least, so this would be 23. Yeah, I think this seems good. Pretty nice. Oh, that's funny. We won anyways because, the way it worked out. But I actually should have put this here. Yeah, in my brain, this was limbo. I just wasn't paying attention enough to, compute that it was still Luke's bar because magic doesn't trigger past turn 5. In my brain, I needed to compete for the center. We would have won all 3 if I would have played Cassandra left. We won anyways. Sometimes being lucky is better than being good. Make some demons. Should level opponent here. Honestly, I'd probably wouldn't mind getting this again, because we're probably gonna draw another rock, yeah. Yeah, Anti-Venom's got a ton of great targets in this deck. I feel a little bit bad about these matchups. Like, I can't imagine this is fun for my opponent. It's not particularly exciting for me either as an established endgame player. Got me with the tech card. Do I want to compete here. How much is this? This is 8, only 10. I can't compete there.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
So they're at a virtual +8 here. So they're at 10. If they were to Spectrum, they would go to +24 up to 34. Alright, gamers, let's tap a Twitch advert. We'll play some more Anti-Venom when we return. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Two more minutes on the bike while the ads go, and then we'll stand up, I think. I do low collection level players have so many stat points so they reach infinite because second dinner's ranking system is not good. It assigns them too many stat points when they're coming out of the gate and hitting it early. Also, not all of them have a lot of stat points. Some of them do, but not all of them. Some of them are lower in infinite, but the matchmaking bands are just pretty wide in order to get people matches relatively quickly. You gotta remember, stat points aren't designed to measure skill necessarily. They're an incentive to get you to play the game more and engage with the system further. Ladder systems in games like Marvel Snap are more comparable to hamster wheels than anything. Generally speaking, people who are making it to infinite inside of pull 1 and pull 2 tend to be pretty decent card game players. And they'll break away from the newer card game player MMR and then get bots that shoot them up to infinite. And then obviously they have a hard time on average once they're, regardless of how good they are, once they're queuing into people with full collections with just Series 1 and Series 2 cards. Korean, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back. Leg End, thank you for the 17. Stand up for a little bit. For the community pocket tournament a little after 1 o'clock today, about an hour. We're gonna lose in that to start. And see where the afternoon takes us from there. On Dog Wild, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. As long as we end on an ongoing, Mystique will copy it in the Dark Dimension for us. A beasting here on the right. It's just this. Then we Gorr Iron Man on the last turn. Probably Gorr so Mystique can copy it.
I am Iron Man. All systems go.
If we think they don't compete on the left because I have Iron Man there, I could Gorr the center and then this will copy Iron Man. Seems pretty good. They're competing on the left. That seems bad for us.
I am the Sorcerer Supreme.
So I would have won if I put... Well, I guess we'll see what the center card is, but I think we would have won if I would have put Gorr on the right. I guess with the threat of a big Human Torch, I should probably just plan to play for all three. Just assume we lose the Human Torch lane and then we win the other two. There's just a very different world where, like, they have Vulture and they Vulture plus Human Torch and they also play for all three instead of playing for my, my what's it called on the left? Stir's been super awkward in this deck so far. Well, I guess part of that's on me. I probably should have Bastard Center. Hey, Doctor. Thank you for the half a year. Hyper Time Hero. Appreciate the over 2 years. Oh, I guess the Red Guardian means I guaranteed it the Anti-Venom here, yeah? Remy, thank you for the 16 months. Welcome back. Gorr's in the wrong spot, yeah. This one in the trash can too. Hasn't felt particularly good.
Escaped.
Let's play some of the Pixie deck. Felt alright the other day. That's decent stats on Untapped. In gaming for the opponent. Grab me to Pixie ASAP. Gorr was a really welcome addition to the game. It's nice when new cards are playable and not embarrassing. Oh, thanks, Gladiator. Appreciate you. Alright, well, the good news is Iron Man doesn't cost 5 if we draw him. Most card games have a pretty overwhelming number of cards compared to Marvel Snap, to be fair. Like, once Pokemon Pocket drops its mini set in December, I wager we'll have more cards in Pocket than we will in Snap. Alright, so they can Fenris Wolf Ham me. It's not a big deal because the Spider-Man's on the left. Question is, are they a Shag deck? In addition to... what's it called? I'm gonna hope they don't have room for Shag with Warhead. Yeah, Warhead's cleared already. And the pig was an Goliath. Planning to copy Iron Man in case they Shang me doesn't really make sense because, I'm gonna lose the left regardless.
Power must be controlled.
I'm not winning the center.
I am Iron Man.
It's about 3 hours of Marvel Snap. I think we'll kick it over to playing some Pokemon Pocket now for the remainder of our Friday stream. Get 3 solid hours with no complaining. That sounds lovely. If you're looking for some more Marvel Snap stuff from me, I'm going to be signing off on the Jeff Hoagland YouTube channel because we're only streaming Snap stuff there, but I'll be hitting publish on a deck highlight there momentarily. If you want to follow the Pocket stuff on the YouTube side, I'll be firing up on the Hoaglandia Pocket channel here in just a second. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Thanks for the 79 months thump. Appreciate it. I plan to be here. Thanks for keeping me around.